The São Paulo Alley Massacre, macabre documentary narration, 12 minutes. The alley that never sleeps. In the old center of São Paulo, there are alleys so narrow that the light of the street lights barely manages to penetrate. Hidden streets between old buildings where the sound of cars is muffled and the air is heavy, mixed with neon, humidity, and uncomfortable silence. It is in this urban setting, amidst faded graffiti and pavements wet from the constant drizzle, that one of the most obscure and least documented massacres of the 1990s occurred. The case that investigators informally called the São Paulo Alley Massacre. The story begins with a trail. It all began in November 1996, when teams of the Metropolitan Civil Guard received reports of strange activity in an alley near Largo San Bento. It was an area known for petty theft, clandestine commerce, and nighttime confrontations. But that week, something seemed different, silently, more coordinated. When patrols tried to enter the alley for the first time, they found objects scattered on the ground, sneakers, a torn backpack, and drag marks leading to the back of the alley. The marks disappeared abruptly near a sealed metal door, used decades earlier as access to underground storage areas in the region. At first, the police thought it was just conflict between small local groups, but unknowingly, they were facing a much larger case. The young people who did not return. Between November 12th and 17th, 9 teenagers disappeared within a 4-block radius, all last seen going to or returning from alleys in the area. All were young residents of nearby neighborhoods, accustomed to that reality. None of them had a solid involvement with gangs, which eliminated the initial hypothesis of forced recruitment or criminal retaliation. Furthermore, the families reported the same pattern. They left for small errands, they took their usual shortcuts through the alleys, and they didn't return. In the early morning of the 18th, the first body appeared. The first sign and the macabre pattern. A garbage collector found the body of one of the teenagers leaning against a dumpster. The forensic exam confirmed absence of gunshot wounds, absence of prolonged struggle, quick and precise death, signs of temporary restraint. But there was one detail that no one could explain. The body was too clean for the area. No dust, no asphalt dirt, no alley residue. It was as if it had been placed there moments before, washed, handled, and repositioned. This pattern would be repeated in the other 8 cases. The underground of São Paulo. After the third body appeared, the investigations deepened. A team of structural engineers revealed something that would change everything. Under that area lay an old network of industrial tunnels used in the 1950s by logistics warehouses that supplied downtown stores. With abandonment, access was officially closed. In practice, some sections remained accessible through metal doors and hidden openings in the alleys. Older residents claimed to hear metallic sounds coming from underground during the early morning hours. They didn't believe it at first, until they found an old map. The sealed metal door in the alley led directly to the narrowest and deepest section of the old network. The night operation. On November 23rd, a joint operation by the civil police and the municipal guard was mounted. They entered the tunnel at 3:27 a.m. The air was humid, old, heavy. The only light came from powerful flashlights that revealed narrow walls and recent marks on the ground, marks of moved boxes, footprints, and traces of something being dragged. 50 meters further on, the police found strips of fabric, adhesive tape, modified tools, and freshly cut wooden supports. Everything indicated frequent movement, and everything revealed that the young people were not being approached at random. Someone was selecting, capturing, transporting, and eliminating them inside the tunnels. The uncomfortable outcome. Despite the operation and weeks of investigation, no one responsible was found. The tunnels were completely evacuated and sealed with reinforced concrete. the case was filed as multiple homicides in an urban high-risk area, authorship unknown. Unofficially, investigators stated that there was evidence of a group operating there, not a faction, not an isolated criminal, but individuals who knew perfectly the alleys, the tunnels, the routes, and the schedules, a type of silent, invisible organization deeply familiar with the ancient underground structures. Some residents say that even after the sealing, they can still hear faint vibrations under the asphalt, like footsteps echoing in the void. No one officially confirms this, but at night, in the narrow alleys near Largo San Bento, there are still those who avoid passing alone. The atmosphere carries a tension that doesn't disappear with the modernization of the streets. It's as if the city itself remembers, and as if something down there never went away.